Understanding the two alphas. Alphas are considered dominate males. But dominate is a loaded word which changes depending on the values one espouses. Not everyone values pugilism the same way, though violence can and is used to dominate others. But we can agree that alphas are confident and therefore do not shy away from a challenge. There are a lot of ancillary factors that accompany the alpha personality. A confident person is self-motivated, visionary, not fearful of conflict or disagreements. He will not let others rule him nor let emotions or addictions dominate him. We can assume such a person will protect his health, or the rest of the attributes will not likely exist. However, these are still superficial attributes. There is something deeper that defines alphas and in fact divides them. Until we understand this, there will be ambivalence about alphas and the contribution they make to social organizations. Alphas are organizers. One is not an alpha in isolation. Alphas are leaders, and to be a leader requires organization. It is the ability and readiness to organize that truly defines and divides alphas. Alphas are accountable. Alphas may not operate within a commercial operation, but they live their life as if life was a business. Alphas do not permit themselves to be dominated by a consumerist or socialist mentality. Alphas are creators. Creators are alphas because they are masters of their kingdom in their kingdom. Alphas do not consume the reality of others. Alphas are also confident and aggressive, but they are consumers. Alpha is dominate, but as a gang member or political activist or a leader of a religion. In ancient times there was limited diversity, people lived identical lives. There was a ruler and a few ministers and nobles and warriors, but the vast majority of the people were simple subjects living simple lives. These were the lives lived by their ancestors, and it was a life that their descendants expected to live. Change was incredibly limited and slow. But the problem was, these rulers were not true alphas. They were not secure in their status. They were not confident in their identity. So, their insecurities extended into their organizations and jurisdictions. People were repressed and any alphas were destroyed. This is why change was also suppressed. It was the West that embraced alphas, the change masters. Alphas permit and encourage change. Alphas encourage the emergence of alpha males. A true alpha is a brotherhood. It is alphas that engage in games of mutual destruction. Alpha are not creative, they are destructive. They dominate in aggressive and violent ways. Pseudo-alphas will assume the alpha role in the absence of a real alpha male. This is why we need the police and armed forces to deal with criminals and rogue states. Alpha use personality as social currency because they do not possess the strength and character of a true alpha. Alpha are confidence trickers and shysters and con artists because they do not have the moral discipline that marks a true creative person. But because they tend towards emotion, alpha may become violent, tyrannical, and even murderous when their parasitic efforts are curtailed. This is the problem with politics. It permits alpha to assume leadership roles with promises of booty and free stuff. The distinction between alphas, produced A, and alpha, pronounced A, is one pays his costs and the other embraces consumption based on debt, or parasitic consumption. The joy of freeness consumes them and creates addictions. Alphas are creative and add to the value of the civilization they are in. The prosperity and progress of an organization is directly related to the strength of the organization's alpha energy. A stagnant organization is guaranteed to be dominated by alphas, and along with this will be people who do not wish to own up to their errors or pay for their mistakes.